Baseball, America's great pastime. Played for more than 150 years, it's the most enduring sport on the U.S. continent. Americans are as fanatic as they are passionate about everything baseball. Before Jackie Robinson broke the Major League Baseball color barrier more than 50 years ago, and Willie Mays was to say, "Hey kid," there were two organized baseball leagues in America: Major League Baseball and the Negro Leagues. Once Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in 1947, by 1960, the Negro Leagues had vanished. Still, everyone loves baseball, or do they? Have blacks turned their backs on baseball, a game they've played since the 1880s? The Chicago White Sox are one of the few major league teams that tracks attendance of minority fans.
I know that one thing I have heard is that black fans don't support baseball, especially in terms of coming out to see games and everything. I think at the time, and this was a number of years back, proportionally, at that time at least, to the number of blacks who were actually playing ball, they said that, that black folks that just don't come out and support the, buy tickets and stuff and go to the game.
The game still continues to produce an enormous amount of revenue for its 30-team owners, and attendance is at an all-time high. What are the reasons fewer and fewer blacks are finding their way onto Major League Baseball rosters? Is it ownership?
One reason Major League Baseball is recruiting for the Latin American community, and it's easy to do because most of the players are willing to take lower wages than the African Americans here in the United States.
Why aren't black players as eager to play professional baseball?
Race.
Race. Morals.
It's boring.
Opportunity.
Interest. Money.
Need exposure.
Well, if you look at the urban black community, there's so many distractions involved. You got the internet, there's a big emphasis on music, there's emphasis on basketball and football. To do a complete baseball game, you need 18 people, number one. Number two, you need equipment, you need knowledge of the game.
Race.
Opportunity. Money.
Money.
It was boring, man. It's not fun enough.
I played it when I was about 10 or 11, but ever since then, I haven't played it no more.
Honestly, in baseball, there's a lot more politics, and you have to go through more of a system. Football is kind of 3 levels, and you're there.
Like I say, you growing up and you've been in your backyard or you're up at the school, the little box on the wall. We all grew up playing strikeout just as much as basketball, kickball, and football. But as you get to high school and as it becomes a #1 sport or something that you're doing, baseball is now the time of spring football and track.
Personally, I've never had a baseball mitt or a baseball bat or even a baseball period.
But I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, 2 boys, and initially the first time we started watching baseball, the Little League on TV, I mean, they were into it. This is what they went to sleep to, night after night after night. We ended up watching the whole season of Little League.
It's amazing when you see the results after you've gone through practice, a kid that's never played baseball before. And then when you see this kid about 3-4 weeks after you've gone through training and practice with him, how he's developed as a person. He looks almost like a young major league player. And it's a beautiful sight to see that. And that's one of the things I look forward to. I like to see him come in green, and I like to see him go out gold. It's a beautiful, it's just a beautiful thing.
Gold is how you characterize the Black Aces.
So the RBI program, we are in the business of reviving baseball in the inner cities, and along with the Black Aces, who are homegrown African-American ball players who played in the major leagues.
We are a part of the most wonderful program that this city probably will ever witness, and it's through the RBI program of Major League Baseball, affiliated with the Black Aces, Park and Recreation, the Mayor's Office, and the Police Department. I'm Mike Norris, formerly of the Oakland A and president of the Black Aces. Through this joint venture, we're going to create an environment for these wonderful kids to come in and enjoy baseball. I have a wonderful mentoring program as well.
that we have a living legend with the Black Aces, Mike Norris, who's actually one of the few black baseball players, pitchers to win over 20 games. So it's definitely a privilege for me to be doing a program with him and you know, to get some knowledge from an actual pro baseball player.
Come on, y'all, sign your kids up. Nothing about good you know. We're not getting it in high school anymore. You might as well.
We're trying to come up with violence prevention strategies, and I was talking with Ken Bazile from the mayor's office, and I said, well, they got the RBI program in some of the other cities, and why don't we apply for it here? And to make a long story short, Ken said, okay.
Why is it important, you say? Well, we know that any organized activity with good parental involvement that teaches kids how to live and how to interact will be healthy for them in the long run. A case in point, the current mayor, the city mayor, Gavin Newsom, is a former baseball prodigy. So we can argue that baseball did a lot for him. We have some interested individuals throughout the city who got their start in organized activities with baseball, and we want to help bring that back.
And so we want you to know that we're signing up youths ages 5 to 18 to play baseball, girls and boys alike.
You know, it's amazing to me when I look back on the concept of how I got to this point today, because there was a lot of conflict of interest in my neighborhood. Just to go to school in the morning, I'd have to pass the Black Panther Party, who were trying to recruit us, and then up the street, going on the Gary side in Fillmore, was the Muslims, black Muslims, and they would try to recruit you. And then as I got a little older, I moved out to go to Polytechnic High School, and I had to catch 3 buses, and then I had to get for myself familiar with the Haight-Ashbury district, and at that time they had the hippies going on. So, you know, there was a lot of different influences that I could have been influenced with, but baseball was what kept me on the straight and narrow, and having the success with baseball was something that carried me to the point where I am now, because I really believed that I could really be a Major League Baseball player, and that I was able to see the difference from some of my friends, the roads they were going, and I knew I was on something really special.
With this collaboration, we hope to create something new and exciting. It's been too long since we've had the opportunity to have baseball played in this community. Thank you so much.
The point is that, you know, baseball has been in my life all my life, and I just want to give it back. I want to give it back to the community. I want the boys and girls in my community to be able to play. That's the bottom line for me. 13 Black Aces, baby. Homegrown, African-American males. And we can do it. We can create more. That's what our project is. Quality youth development all over the city.
We are going to play baseball. And we look out, folks, those who out there now, you better practice, because we coming. We coming. You talk about all the boys who've been winning, you know, well, we got something for you. We know who you are. We coming.